All right, everyone, this is NorvellCentral coming back at you with another YouTube video. And at this time of the recording, I have 1,260 subscribers, so be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment your thoughts on everything, but I'm going to get straight into it. I'm going to be about as blunt as possible. So today, four-star defensive back Avery Stewart from Montgomery, Alabama, he committed to Kentucky over Florida State and Auburn. And I want to talk about what we should do in terms of defensive back recruiting, because it's kind of been a standstill. We know about the Travis Hunter situation last year, but we were able to get Azariah Thomas, Sam McCall, and also a transfer in Greedy Vance last season. So there is potential in that room. But let's think about this recruiting cycle. You know, you got Quindarius Jones, who's from the Mississippi area. He's unranked. Technically went up to a 3-star after he committed to Florida State, which is about the 86th composite rate. And I do expect him to be kind of a low-tier 4-star. I think he's a good wide receiver and defensive back, but he's going to be playing defensive back, primarily safety and corner. But you probably, in this staff, they want to get those 2 to 3 more corners or safeties in general, because you have to really think about it, because defensive backs are really, really hard to come by. Florida State is notorious for their defensive backs. They have a good production as it is. Jamie Robinson and Akeem Dent are probably going to be their last season at Florida State, so you're going to have to try to find some options, just the same as defensive tackle with Fabian Lovett and also Robert Cooper leaving. They're being able to generate some guys there in the trenches. But now when you're looking at it, the defensive back room in terms of targets is not going very good. Kermani McLean, a 5-star, he's trending away and has been trending away from Florida State for quite some time. Sharif Denson, he committed to Florida. That's kind of out of the picture now. Damari Brown, the 4-star defensive back, he's kind of leaning elsewhere. Jakeem Jackson, they kind of went on him a little bit later, and now he's trending elsewhere, and his top schools list is not even in Florida State's favor. Ryan Robinson, the 3-star cornerback, he's kind of fallen away from Florida State at this point. And then you got a guy like Eddie Pleasant, who they offered a little bit later, the 3-star there. They did, however, get Jabril Riles from Pensacola. He's actually in his top 6 schools list with Florida State, so that's something to watch out for there. LJ Green is another one from Montgomery. He's an unranked kid, but I do think he's going to be around the 3-star, low 4-star range there. At the safety position, you got Makari Vickers, who's not even in Tallahassee anymore. He actually moved to Quincy, Florida, so that's kind of moving away from Florida State's favor in that regard. Avery Stewart, like I said, committed to Kentucky, and that was a huge loss for Florida State in that regard there. You got a guy like Damian Fagan. He's actually a 4-star safety out of Fort Lauderdale, and he committed to NC State. That was kind of on Florida State's radar as well. Conrad Hussey, the Penn State commit, he's went and visited Florida State. Yeah, we'll see how that goes if Florida State's able to kind of get into that mix. Sean Russ is another guy from the Fort Myers area who maybe can get into Florida State's radar a little bit, but I'm not really holding out hope on that one. Jeremiah Anglin, this was a legacy recruit, Derwin James's cousin. He's got all the connections there, but he's trending away from Florida State, going to Kentucky or Tennessee. Florida State's still in the mix there, but we'll see how it goes. And probably the best shot that we have so far is Kenton Kirkland. He's actually from the Jacksonville, Florida area, and he's actually got downgraded to a 3-star, but I do believe he's going to end up being that low 4-star. He's visited Florida State quite some time now, and we'll definitely see. I mean, I think Kirkland's probably our best shot. You got a guy like Cameron Upshaw, who I thought was going to be kind of a relationship with also Corey Fuller, his former head coach, but he committed to South Carolina. It's a good fit for him, family environment. Florida State wasn't really super intrigued with that so far, but, we're definitely going to see. Eugene Wilson, another kid from Tampa, they were kind of on for a second, but now he's kind of faded away a little bit. Colin Webb, he committed to Clemson. He was kind of that defensive back safety type that Marcus Woodson really likes there. But just overall, I mean, there's not a whole lot of options, and you're going to have to open up the door a little bit more, and you're going to really have to pursue for some of these top guys, because if not, you're probably going to be going to the transfer portal. And I do think that Kirkland is our best shot. Anglin, I hope that can be a situation there, but I fear that Tennessee is going to be really, really involved in that regard. So you're really trying to find 3 guys in this room, and I hope that Vickers can turn the corner and maybe come back to Florida State a couple of times during the regular season, and hopefully he's able to see kind of the product. But all I think every time I think about this is, will Florida State produce on the field? Will they get those 7 and 8 wins to be able to kind of be that consistent product? And that's to be seen. I mean, it's well noted that Marcus Woodson needs to recruit a little bit better this cycle because some of the targets that he's having is going down the drain at this point. So I'm not saying that Marcus Woodson is a down recruiter, not bashing on him by any means, but I do think that there needs to be a little bit more of a target board here in terms of Florida State for defensive backs, especially considering the defensive back production that we've had the last, I don't know, 10 years now so far. And I mean, even before that, I mean, Florida State was a very, very good defensive back school that always produced at a high level at that position. So when you're thinking about that, in terms of that, I do think that Marcus Woodson is a very good coach. I do think that he's a solid recruiter as well, but he's got to step up his game a little bit more in some of these targets, get more involved, expand the board a little bit further because some of these targets are trending elsewhere, and hopefully Florida State's able to kind of get back on the map in terms of defensive backfield recruiting. But if everyone enjoyed the video, I hope you all enjoyed it. Please give a like, comment your thoughts, and also subscribe to the channel. And as always, go Noles.